Hey everyone, welcome to 366 2020, where I'm trying to watch 366 movies this year. I'm doing okay, we're getting there. Let's talk about three more. The Imitation Game stars Benedict Cumberbatch as Dr. Alan Turing, a mathematics professor who joined a secret team during World War II to break the Enigma machine. It was a machine that heavily encrypted their daily movements. And Alan Turing always had the idea of how to break this machine was to create a machine of his own that would go through the multiple hundreds of thousands of possibilities very quickly. At least more quickly than his team could do by hand. And this is a story about Alan Turing, the person, not necessarily about how they broke this encryption. I really wanted to know more about Turing's computer. It wasn't called a computer at that time, but I really wanted to know more about his machine, and the movie has no interest in telling you how this thing works. It's only important that it works. The rest is about Alan Turing. And I don't think there's any actor that would be better at playing Alan Turing than Benedict Cumberbatch. It's basically a Sherlock episode of sorts. A man that has a million different ideas going through his head but has really no way of getting them out. And for that, I thought it was intriguing, if not great. It didn't blow my socks off, but I found it to be okay. It was entertaining. I would have liked to know more of the science aspect of what they were doing, but the film has a few good set pieces and a lot of good ideas in there, and it was good. Sorry to Bother You is the debut from writer and director Boots Riley. Our protagonist is named Cash. He's played by Lakeith Stanfield. And as we meet Cash, he is trying to scam his way into a job. He needs money just to be able to do anything for his family. So he gets a job at a telemarketing firm where he quickly moves up through the ranks. And that's when he finds out that moving up through the ranks isn't all it's cracked up to be, that you have to sell a part of yourself to get there. And I kind of want to leave the movie at that because there is a lot going on here. To say you've probably never seen a movie like Sorry to Bother You would be an understatement. I actually ended up going to the internet after the movie was over and watching a few YouTube videos with film theories about this film because I didn't quite know what to make of it. And I came to the conclusion that this movie is a bit of a mess. It's a glorious mess. It's an interesting mess, but it's a mess nonetheless. The videos I watched all ignored certain aspects of the film to be able to make their point, and I was left thinking, but what about this, and what about this, and what about this plotline, and what did this mean? And that is because the movie is easier described if streamlined. There's a lot of extraneous stuff in the movie that makes it hard to parse. It has a lot of sequences which are designed to make you laugh. There's a lot of sequences which are designed to make you very uncomfortable. But I started thinking about a movie like Get Out, where there is a singular moment at the end of that film that knocks home the director's point. It's a point where everything comes into focus and everything congeals for an audience. This movie does not have that moment. It has a lot of ideas, and it has a lot of good thoughts about what it wants to say, but I never think it says it clearly. Interesting film, bit of a mess. The Way Out is a sports film. Ben Affleck plays a has-been high school basketball star who is now in the throes of alcoholism when he is offered the chance to coach his high school's basketball team. And this gives him a bit of meaning as he works his way out of his alcohol-soaked abyss. It's a sports film. There is nothing here that's going to surprise you, but what is good about it is Ben Affleck's performance. After his own struggles with alcoholism, you can tell that there's something personal about this film to Ben Affleck, and Ben gives his best performance in probably a decade in this film. You could tell it meant something to him. Alongside Ben is a solid supporting performance by Al Madrigal. You might remember him from The Daily Show. He plays Ben Affleck's assistant coach in the film and is somewhat the voice of reason in the film. All the performances are very good, but they never quite lift the material to great level. I did like that the film leaned more into the coach's redemption than the player's redemption. A lot of these movies, they tend to get redemption together. This movie's not about that. There is a lot of basketball involved, but it's more about the coach finding a thread to help him out of an abyss. And in that respect, the movie is very good, if not super great. So that is it for this episode. What did you guys think? Have you seen any of these movies? I will see you down in the comments, and I will see you the next time we talk about more movies on 366 2020. Thanks for watching.